All rise. Judge Vanderbilt Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Harrison,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
He's a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon. All right. Do you have...
The Harrison case is brought to order in Judge Vonda Bailey's courtroom when Miss Harrison, a resolute mother, shows up by herself to ask for child support and back pay for her 2-year-old daughter. The father, who was conspicuously absent and had received notice but did not show up for the hearing. The judge affirms that the case will move forward without him acknowledging Miss Harrison's cooperation. The courtroom is calm, but the stakes are high for the child at the center of this issue. It's not just about money, it's about accountability, which is what I'm searching for. This opening scene sets the tone for a legal battle based on responsibility, justice, and financial obligation.
At least 7 years.
7 years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130? That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay. So we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay. And then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call.
According to Miss Harrison's testimony, the father makes approximately $13,000 a year as a practicing neurosurgeon. Miss Harrison clarifies that it's an approximate estimate based on his career longevity, despite the absence of precise documentation, when the court asks if this figure is based on research or personal acquaintance. He has been in the profession for more than 7 years. Without the father being there to object, the judge considers her testimony as the basis for calculating monthly support and deciding back pay, because it is in line with the average salary in the field. That's right, okay?
Daycare, anything like that?
Yes, but I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125
$125?
monthly. Yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your daughter only or is that for you as well?
Daughter only.
Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do some calculations here. Does he have any other children?
Yes, he has 2 other children.
2 other children. Okay. So based on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming, of course, that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,500.
The topic of conversation turns to the cost of childcare. Miss Harrison spends $125 a month on health insurance to cover her daughter's daycare and medical expenses. She makes it clear that this sum is only for her child, and the judge accounts for this extra cost when determining child support. The father's obligations to provide legal support are impacted by the disclosure that he has 2 additional children. As the court finalizes the figures, the mother's assertions are given more weight because the father is not present, and the usual child support rate is changed to reflect this, which is set at 16% of his net income.
Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now, you said you want back child support. Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting it takes both sides to be there. So,
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
yeah, 24 months.
24 months. Okay. So, 1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney, and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney, and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive.
The father's net monthly salary is projected to be $8,550 based on the data provided. Consequently, a monthly child support obligation of $1,485 is incurred. Despite the father's sporadic involvement, Ms. Harrison affirms that she is also seeking back pay for the full 24 months since the child's birth. The court recognizes that parenting requires both emotional and financial cooperation, and determines that Ms. Harrison is entitled to compensation retroactively. The judge then starts calculating the back child support amount using the consistent monthly obligation as the base.
$640 is paid off. The $500 that you will be receiving additionally will go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything.
In order to expedite the mother's receipt of financial assistance, the back pay totals $35,640 for 24 months. The judge temporarily raises the usual monthly obligation by $500, making it $185. After the back pay is entirely recovered, the sum will return to the initial $1,485. The father's employer will receive a withholding order guaranteeing automatic monthly payments. Regardless of the father's involvement, it's a methodical way to ensure responsibility and safeguard the child's financial future.
Is incorrect, but today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower, and it turns out that he does with me more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question, and yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you are just...
When the court adjourns, Judge Vonda Bailey pauses to consider the case, explaining that even if one parent does not appear, the case will still proceed because legal notice ensures due process and the courts can move forward quickly. In this case, the father's absence did not prevent the mother from receiving justice and serves as a reminder that legal obligations do not go away with silence. When one party defaults, the other still has the right to support and protection under the law, which is a crucial safeguard for custodial parents and, most importantly, for children. The Harrison case is one of many that emphasizes the significance of appearing in court and in parenting. Financial support is not optional. It is a legal and moral obligation. The courtroom provides a platform for empowerment, while the courtroom provides resolution. For parents in comparable circumstances, Ms. Harrison's presence, preparedness, and perseverance made sure her daughter's needs were acknowledged and met. This case makes a powerful statement. Even when the opposing side remains mute, the law can protect your rights because your voice matters.